Ogoni stakeholders to President Tinubu. Reactions trail reports of Governor Fubara's planned defection. Obiabo chairman reads riot act to land grabbers. Police dismisses report of armed robbers attacked in bank in River State. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian president calls on UN to stop Russia or risk wider, deeper war. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break.
Double Bishop D game.
Welcome back. We begin this evening's bulletin with a report that the River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, was at a presidential villa for the second time in less than 48 hours. His visit today was to submit a report on the Ogoni consultations from a committee to President Bola Tinubu. Governor Fubara led some leaders of the Ogoni axis to the presidential villa. The committee, comprising Ogoni stakeholders, including traditional rulers, clergy, and community leaders, was established to gather views on the long-standing challenges in the region. The dialogue committee's work followed President Tinubu's January 2025 meeting with Ogoni leaders, where issues like environmental restoration, possible resumption of all activities under sustainable terms, and economic development, with an emphasis on community participation, were raised. The report is expected to guide efforts to accelerate the cleanup and support development projects in the area. And moving over to politics, where the rumor of a possible defection of Governor Siminalayi Fubara is now generating reaction from stakeholders. First is the chairman of a faction of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in River State, Dr. Robinson Ewa, who told journalists that his party is not bothered over the allegation of the possible defection of Governor Fubara to the All Progressives Congress, APC. Dr. Ewa said the governor has every legitimate right to take any political interest that he deems fit as far as such decisions or action would be to the overall interest of Rivers people who elected him as their governor against other interests. Also, the chairman of a faction of the APC in River State, Emeka Beke, said the governor will be welcome if he defects to his party. He told correspondent to Chinwosu that politics is all about numbers.
But if he's coming to APC, he's welcome to APC. I don't have a problem with that. She's welcome to All Progressive Congress. Nobody will stop now to come to APC. But it's all about numbers.
Similarly, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in River State, Chizi Inyomasile, says Governor Siminalayi Fubara has the right to associate with any group. Mr. Inyomasile, however, added that Rivers people have the right to know the reason for his defection. He spoke with correspondents.
We must recognize and respect the fact that the governor has a fundamental right to freedom. And that right also includes freedom to association. So the governor can decide to associate with whomever, whichever party that he deems fit. If the governor affects that, okay, I want to strengthen the relationship with the center, and the way to strengthen the relationship with the center is to align with the APC, so be it. But then he must tell us the reason why he is doing that.
He said that he does not believe Governor Fubara's defection to the APC will affect his newfound relationship with the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike.
I do not think that the problem that the governor did have with the FCT minister was based on his party affiliation. It was purely based on certain other factors that were not laid to the public glare. But for me, why would it deter them? It mustn't come from the same political fold for you to begin to do, and it's not just going to affect the relationship. I do not think that will affect the relationship of the FCT minister with the governor. I think there are issues where outside party affiliation, outside religion, outside ethnicity.
The Rivers APC chieftain also reacted to calls for the probe of the former sole administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas.
It's not a witch hunt. Probe is to look at the record. If you have served the people for a number of years, they need to look at your record and see what have you done, because that is only going to give the assembly the impetus to look at, the supplementary bill they have asked the governor to submit. Of course, supposedly the governor submits the same thing that the state administrators have done at the show. So they need to look at it from those angles. It's not about witch hunting. It's about looking at the records. And if your record is clean, why are you afraid to be probed?
In another development, the Tony Okocha-led All Progressives Congress APC in Rivers State has described recent comments by activist Omoyele Sowore against President Bola Tinubu as treasonable felony. Okocha in a statement urged the federal government to take a firm position against the activist, stressing that spreading false claims to damage the reputation of others is unacceptable. He said in every democracy, criticism is welcome. But what Nigerians must reject are deliberate lies, propaganda, and attempts to defame under the disguise of activism. He also questioned why a sane citizen of a country can refer to the highest office holder as a criminal. Recall that Sowore had recently described President Tinubu as a criminal and alleged that Wike used public funds to acquire houses in Florida, United States. To land grabbing matters now, the chairman of Obiakpo local government area, Dr. Gift Walu, has ordered all parties involved in the disputed hectares of land along the Obrikwe Airport Road to stay away until further notice. Dr. Waller gave the directive after residents of Rumosi and Rumekini communities staged a protest at the council secretariat calling for his intervention over the alleged unlawful takeover of their land by suspected land grabbers. He said the council will invite all parties involved in the dispute to a meeting to find lasting solutions, stressing that his administration will no longer tolerate land grabbing.
What I can assure you is that as a responsible government, we will not fold our hands and allow you take the land that belongs to another person. Nor will we allow another person to take land that belongs to you. Because the primary purpose of government is to protect life and property, to maintain law and order. What I'm going to do, and this is an order, it is an order to you, it is an order to other parties, to stay away from that property until further notice.
Dr. Wale also expressed concern over attempts by some individuals to encroach on lands belonging to the Obiakpo local government.
Let me also say that I have reports about a property belonging to Obiakpo local government area that is also being grabbed by some individuals, some faceless individuals. We will not allow that. And one of the reasons why we must stop this land grabbing menace is that it constitutes a security breach. It is capable of turning communities against communities. It is capable of bringing about killing and disturbance of public peace. So we will not fold our hands and allow it to happen.
Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that representatives of Rumosi and Rumekini communities also spoke during the protest.
He came to invade our land. He came outside to come and invade over 20,000 plots of land. So we don't want to shed blood. So that's why we ran to the council to use your good office to look into this matter.
Recall that in August, some individuals moved into the disputed land with tractors and bulldozers, claiming to be acting on a court order. Their action sparked a reprisal from another group, which led to the burning of the machines. Since then, activities on the land have largely been on hold. Meanwhile, a traditional ruler in a Che local government area, Eze Ken Wala, believes that a statewide task force against land-grabbing activities will address the ugly trend. He spoke to correspondent Nnamdi Wala Samuel.
We believe that now that democracy has been fully restored in our dear state, that the governor will go back to the drawing board, set up a committee, because it's not only Eche that is being drawn to this mud. It is the state. You know, Eche is part and parcel of River State, and if Eche is being messed up or has a bad name, it's also River State that has a bad name. So I believe that the governor will take the bull by the horn this time, get a strong committee that will look into these land grabbing issues.
Ezewala further urged Governor Siminalayi Fubara to lay to rest the continuous farmer-herders clash in Iche and other local government areas.
We have that land grabbing issues. We have also the issue of the killer herdsmen, and we know that the governor will look into these problems and help us find solutions. We believe that if he comes bold and comes strong on these issues, they will be resolved. All he needs to do is to make frantic statements and then follow his words by action. If the governor says, you guys should go, take anybody out, and then make sure that the right things are done, it will be done.
When we return from the break, police dismisses report of armed robbers attacked in bank in River State. Stay tuned. Back. Amid today's heavy downpour, road users experienced heavy traffic along NTA Mboba axis of Port Harcourt metropolis due to worsening bad spots and deep potholes. In a chat with our correspondent, Nnamdi Samwala, some of them shared how the deplorable road condition coupled with a flash flood situation negatively impacted their movement. They appealed to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to fix the road and address the constant flash flood situation in the area.
This situation is really crazy to imagine because it's a very simple situation for the government to handle. Like, it's just the little bad spot, I think in front of the Majesty Estate, just before NTA gates, and it's causing a whole lot of traffic. The bad spot used to be